capital as well. Why is it that Quito is growing so much? We still have about an 8% of growth every year, which is a lot. So that means that with 3 million people, for next year we should be about 3,200,000 people. So the growth in Quito is amazingly fast. And we can evidence that if we look back in history. 115 years ago, when the first census, we are an interesting cocktail, a mix of different ethnic groups or different people, we would say. Most of Ecuadorians and most of the people in the highlands, Quito specifically talking about the capital, we are mestizos. What is that word? You hear that already in the museum yesterday. So the moment we stepped out of Quito, we started the Pan American Highway. This is all Pan American Highway. And then also there's this interesting gap, economically speaking. There is wealthier people than in the wealthiest places on earth, and there are poor people than in the poorest places on earth. So you have the wealth of, of the wealthiest countries you can mention, of Qatar, United Emirates. You can talk about Singapore. Look a bit to the right. This is the rose station. Roses and more roses. And sunflower, it seems like sunflower season right now. How much does a dozen of roses cost in Ecuador? How much do you think? $3. $3? No, that's way too expensive. Nobody's gonna pay $3 for a dozen of roses today. Compared to the 20 minutes ago where we were, where nothing really grows more than maybe corn, here we have, for example, strawberry right here on the right hand side, or other types of crops, and specifically roses as well. In a few more minutes we'll be changing provinces. We'll get officially into the province of Alpaca. We would have left one of the provinces. So yeah, back to the market. So we're gonna have, if you like a sweater you find there, if you want to bring a souvenir, it's fine. Just remember, that is good stuff. Just remember please, that is, it's not alpaca, it's another type of material, right? It's gonna be nice, it's gonna be soft, it's not gonna be this very soft. And after this we'll have time to shop, right? We can also make any question you would like to make to Jose. So Jose, he has been doing this since he was, ¿cuántos años empezó?
9 años.
My friends, please, some attention please, so everybody can hear. He started doing this when he was 9 years old. Wow. 9 years old. And from then, he hasn't stopped. He has done this for many shops in the city. And eventually, a couple of years ago, and obviously with tourism part of it, he decided to open his own little store, right? His own little shop. What's interesting is here we have a blend of different things. First, the weaving loom itself came with the Spanish. We're gonna see in a few more minutes the traditional and old belt technique. This is like the modern twist they gave the Spanish to the indigenous back in the 1500s. So this was indigenous job, and they will have to do this 10-12 hours a day, right? With almost no rest. Nowadays, this is his job, but he does this for 8 hours a day. And obviously, after all these years, he has already a little bit of pain here and there. Don't touch it.
No, we haven't.
Don't touch it yet. It's gonna bite you.
Oh, yes,
¿Eso blanco qué es?
El blanco es el que están naciendo. Como en algodón.
What is
Anybody
that?
else would like to have this in
I
his
would.
hand?
I would.
I'm going to tell you right in a second.
Panico, liman na pa mo, pa igual pa ministry,
Okay,
siya
so you
tatakas.
all the people that have. So what we're going to do is take your finger and squeeze it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
It's a berry.
Not quite. This was a bug.
Oh, bug.
A bug.
It's a bug.
Yeah, it's a bug. It's an insect.
Oh, beauty.
Like this one, no? With the blood on your hand.
Look,
All the perfumes of Arabia.
Sorry, internal son of the provider.
lo seco limón.
Kayyu color.
Waste one.
Wow. The other color வருது பாருங்க. Very nice.
Becomes purple.
இது சாம்பல் மாதிரி இது போடுறோம். Very nice.
Sample paga.
Now, this orange, use this.
Ponga
That's
ceniza.
ash.
That's
Potash.
ash.
Más oscurito sales.
There are different types of purple.
என்ன விபூதியா?
பாவம் பண்ணதுக்காக
Lila.
நான் தான் சொன்னேன் all the perfumes of Arabia.
கஷ்டமா இருக்கு
La materia prima para hacer los instrumentos de Perú, Ecuador y Bolivia.
So the raw material, you're gonna find that in the corner, is what he's holding right now in his hand.
Tenemos dos clases de bambú. Este bambú cría en la parte fría, como es la serranía, y en los ríos que nosotros tenemos.
So two types of bamboo. This one is from the highlands that's close to water.
Y
River or lake.
Y este bambú cría en la parte caliente, como es en la costa ecuatoriana.
That bamboo comes from the coastline. You can see there's a noticeable difference between those two.
Y aquí tenemos los instrumentos que hemos elaborado. Instrumentos que está de Perú, Ecuador y Bolivia. Que seguidamente vamos a hacer una demostración de la fusión que hacemos un silbato con el carrizo de la parte fría y con el bambú de la parte caliente.
So this is a good representation of instruments of those three countries, of the Indian countries. And we're going to have also made right now an instrument that is called this bird whistle. And it's made of the combination of both bamboos, from the highlands and the coast.
Este es el carrizo del bambú de la parte fría y este el bambú de la parte caliente. Hacemos fusión y este instrumento se llama kikuyo y hace el sonido de las aves de aquí, de la parte de esta región.
So, coast up in the top and the highlands in the bottom. Kikuyo is the local name, and yeah, it represents and makes the sounds of birds up there.
Teníamos un árbol que se llamaba el lechero.
Yeah, nowadays obviously they make their life easier and faster, and they use type of things we use nowadays, like a glue, like a scissor, like a lighter, stuff that we use nowadays. But it's important to mention that for all that there was a local version. Before everything, all this was invented, they had local material. There was a type of tree that is called the milk tree. They will make a glue out of that. Or they will use the leaves of this plant, of this specific leaf. It has very long and very sharp leaves. They will use that, for example, to cut.
Nosotros ya tenemos listo, entonces le damos un adorno con el color de la bandera del Ecuador.
Right now, since it's pretty much ready and the glue is in seconds dry, we're gonna use right now the decoration is gonna be for today the flag of Ecuador, yellow, blue, and red.
Oh.
The colors, at least, of Ecuador.
I have a question, JJ. If we buy any of this, since it's natural wood, can we take it into the US? Why not?
Yes, there's no problem. As far as I know, maybe I could answer for that. It's no problem since you don't have seats. Bamboo in music instruments, no problem.
Also, it's not like
Personas recibíamos tocando con este instrumento paya.
Very interesting what he right now mentioned. There was an interesting, just quickly, in the history of Ecuador, there were a lot of little tribes, the Inca. But the instruments you're gonna find here, they all are with just his plain ear. If you just listen, then it has to make the sound he's looking for.
Este instrumento sirve para hacer varios temas de aquí, de esta zona y también alguna música internacional.
Obviously, played for local music, but since it has such a nice, relaxed tone, you can play a lot of songs from all around the world with instruments. Important to mention, ¿esto también es pentatónico?
No solamente para la música que nosotros hacemos.
நம்ம பாஷா தெரியும் எப்படி போடுறது.
Ahora vamos a hacer música con este instrumento. Ahí adentro, por favor, me acompañan.
All right, so let's go to the next room, please.
குழந்தைங்க கொஞ்சம் வாங்கி கொடுத்துடலாமா சவுந்தரம்?
Get ready for the music.
இந்த ஜோக் நான் already சொல்லியாச்சு.
சொல்லியாச்சா? சாரி.
Jose, by the way, my friends, remember I was telling you the story about
சந்துரு
other
அது
people.
காப்பிரைட்னு எனக்கு தெரியாம போயிடுச்சு.
My friends, please, 5 seconds of your attention. Remember the story of Jose that I was telling you that in the bus that many
Esto es de las uñas de las llamas con las pepas de la Amazonía.
Yeah, some seeds from the Amazon region and the hooves of lambs.
Todos los grupos de folclore utilizan este instrumento. Y vamos a hacer música con este instrumento que hicimos afuera, de Jaime. Es un tema originario de Perú, pero que tocan en todo el mundo este tema.
It's worldwide. It's probably the hymn, the national anthem of Indian music. It's played all around the world.
Este instrumento que hicimos es profesional y es por eso que puedo hacer música.
It's professional tuned, so he can actually play proper music with it. It's not just to make noise.
piano. Se puede hacer cualquier tipo de música romántica, como Sonidos del Silencio, Lady B, Yesterday.
Yeah, so this is tuned up with a piano.
What are you
You can
doing
use,
yesterday? Beatles?
Yes, then you can play romantic soft songs with that instrument. With Antara. Antara is the name, by the way.
Sound of silence, right?
Este solamente tiene una escala. Aquí, this is the big one, small, big one, small, big one, small.
The rondador is the traditional instrument from Ecuador, and it's played two tubes at the same time, so it has this contrast sound.
Este instrumento se toca solamente soplando un tubo. Cambio, esto se toca de par en par.
So twice at a time.
Oh, you have to play together.
Just like that.
I read it.
You see how much air he needs? Donkeys, donkey. Donkey, yes.
También es un instrumento parecido a la chacha,
Similar to the cha-cha we just listened to.
pero ese sonido hace las muelas.
But it's done by actually the teeth, as you're gonna see.
Jingle and wow.
Amazing.
Bull.
Oh, so
Bull.
the top is the bull and this.
Exactly, the upper part, the bigger part, that's the bull, and the other part is the ram. It's played only on special occasion by the chief, by the boss of the community.
முதல்ல இந்த பழத்தெல்லாம் இங்கே என்ன பண்ணுறது பெரிஷபிள் அதெல்லாம் பெரிஷபிள் நமக்கு நல்ல பழம் கொடுத்தான் கடையில் இதுதான்.
So, and to distinguish if she's married or single, they're gonna use this type of fabric on top of her left or right shoulder. That means she's single, right? We call it faccialina. Yeah, right now he comes if she would be married. So that means she's married. Right?
La misma tela o una tela similar a esta la podemos utilizar en la cabeza de dos maneras para protegernos del sol y del viento.
Here comes something interesting for sun and rain protection. Mostly sun, right? They're gonna use this piece of fabric, as you can see. This design is very useful when they work on the country and the agriculture. They protect their neck, just like Sarita is using down there as well. And here comes the other option. That's gonna be, this piece of fabric is gonna be turned into a cap, a hat. There you go. Yeah. And that's to protect her face.
Simbalito, simbalito, amanyo katakungangi. Simbalito, simbalito, amanyo katakungangi. Thank you.
And the song tells how much they miss their home and all the love that they would have, remembering all the love that they had when they were back home.